Hi, this is Cousin Russ. I thought I would give a couple short videos on how to transition from um, Family Tree Maker to another program. This one will be very high level, not be specific, but things that you need to know as you begin to transition. As my earlier blog posts have indicated, I um, will continue to use Family Tree Maker 2014. I see no reason to stop doing that. However, I know there are people who are making a change, and that's fine. I believe that there's a number of things that you need to think about before you do that, but that's not the topic that I'm going to go to today. Okay, first of all, what I want to do is talk about a couple of things that you need to know to transition from Family Tree Maker to a different program. Now, I'm going to start with Family Tree Maker version 16. This is very old. What I'm going to talk about now applies to those numbered versions from the first version, like version 3.4, like version 4, 4.5, 5, etc., up to version 11 and version 2005, version 2006, and ultimately version version 16. And those are in one category, and that's the group that I'm going to talk about for the moment. This is very high level. Uh, there are things, depends upon where you go, it depends upon what you have to do, but you need to know what version of the program that you are working with. Now, this is a file that I have, and there are images in this file, and that's not important at the moment. What is important to understand what version you have and where it's located in the numbered versions, the older versions that I mentioned. You go to the help menu. When you get the help menu, go down to the bottom that says About Family Tree Maker, and that will bring up this window that will tell you that the important thing about this window, and let me just zoom in just a little bit. The important thing about this version is that very top line which says Family Tree Maker version 16. The other numbers are not as important, but that you're working with version 16. The other thing to remember is the directory, program directory. Remember the DOS days, they called them directories. We call them folders today, but the directory where version 16, where your file is in version 16, where the program's located, which is not important, but the save directory is what is important. That bottom line that says saved directory, that is where your version 16 file is located. So that is what you need to know version 16 and the directory where that file is located. Now, what I want to do now is one other thing that you need to do when you're going to transition, and I will go into more detail when I do some more transitioning uh, uh, short subject video. Before you do anything, now that you know where your file is, you want to go to Tools, and you want to go to Compact File. Let me bring that onto the screen. This is a compact file. The utility has been with us since version 4.4, if I remember correctly. But you want to compact the file and make sure that there is a check mark in the backup before compacting. So you click that, and I won't do that for the moment. I will more detail later, but you want to compact the file, and you will, well, let me do that. It'll put it into whatever directory that you want to put the backup file. I'm going to put it in the same directory where the file is located, which is what's on the screen. You can change it, like it change it to the desktop if you want, and then back up, and that brings up the screen that says the file has been successfully backed up, and now it's compacting the file. That is version 16, help, about, and tools, compact file. Very simple. Those are very important steps when you're going to leave Family Tree Maker and make your transition to a different version. Okay, let's go to Family Tree Maker version 2014, which is my program that I use. So this is Family Tree Maker 2014, and I'm going to do the exact same steps. And I'll tell you, there's a catch in here someplace, so hold on a second. Okay, you click on File, Help, About, which will bring up this window. The most important line is this line here that says Family Tree Maker, and you want to make sure you know what version that you have. There's a difference between Family Tree Maker 2012 and 2014 as opposed to version 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011 are all will be something else is done with those earlier versions. For the clue is that version 2012 and 2014, when you export this file to a GEDCOM file, links to your media file will be included, but only in Family Tree Maker 2012 and 2014. The links to those media files are not included in a GEDCOM file between 2008 and 2011. That was the last version without the links. 2012, 2014 have links to the media file. I'll go into more detail when I do them specifically. So I'm going to close that so I know that I have Family Tree Maker 2014, but the version number is very important. The other number is not as important as the version number. Like I did in version 16, I click on Tools, Compact File, and whether it's in version 2014 is the only one that has this second checkbox. The other versions only have one checkbox. Doesn't matter. Make sure that the backup file, backup before compacting, is what you do. Yes, there's another way to do a backup file, but this is the one that I am recommending that you do. This is the way that you should export, get your file ready to go someplace else. I click compact and it asks me where I want to save it. I'm going to save it in the directory where it is now. That's the normal the documents directory, documents folder, Family Tree Maker. This is a file, this backup file, and it will be FTMB. And you want to make sure that all of these check marks are checked. When this later on, you may need these, so make sure that they're all checked. So you click OK. It's backing it up. Let me bring the backup screen. It's been done. It's now compacting the file, and it tells me that it is compacted, and you just need to do that once. You just want to compact the file and back it up. So now my Both of my version 16 and 2014 are ready to go to the next step. I'm going to end this piece of the tutorial with that, but you need to know those two items help about where your file is and to compact it and back it up before you do anything else. I will walk through some other specific steps later on. Thank you and have a great day.